heard of glass skin yet? It is basically the it trend of spring summer 2018, and it's something that everybody seems to be going nuts for, yet it's something that people have been doing for years, especially in the professional makeup industry. So let me break this down for you. Glass skin has become viral based off of one photo that a girl shared, I believe, out of Korea. So it's been heavily focused on Korean beauty and also just Korean skincare in general. And it's a look that is just very high shine, high gloss, in your face, and almost hyper real. Now, this is a makeup look that personally I'm a little offended that they didn't include me and tip me off like, hey, Shelby, glass skin is about to be a thing. This is you. This is what you've been doing for a while. Obviously joking, but this is a very simple look, yet it has a high impact, and it's been used by professional makeup artists for years for editorial shoots where the skin is the main focus, and also, for example, New York Fashion Week, when you just want to have that clean look but still make a statement. And I definitely feel like this is a look that is me. I do this pretty much on a daily basis, and I just thought it would be fun to sit down and share with you the products that I have in my own collection, because I have a lot that could be used to achieve this glass skin effect. So that's what we're gonna do today. If you aren't subscribed, please make sure you do so. And if you aren't following me on Instagram and Twitter, the handle will be right here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this face glassed up. All right, let's do some glass skin. So the way I would start out glass skin is to prep the skin maybe a little bit more than what I normally would do. I already have my moisturizer on and my eye cream. Normally, I would just go in with foundation. I've really been skipping out on primers unless it's a luminous base. Before, I've been doing foundation recently, but since we want our skin to look glass-like, very reflective and very perfect, I am going to go in with more of a pore minimizing primer to start out with. So this is the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. It's actually the only primer I think I have in my collection right now that has pore filling properties. And I'm basically just going to target prime. So I'm just going to apply that where my pores are most visible, and that is on my cheeks. And I'm also going to take the remainder across my forehead, because we know that my forehead lines be popping a lot of the time. Now, this is where I think you could really bump it up a notch and get that high reflective look to the skin, and that's by using something like this Becca Skin Perfector. This is the Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid. Now, this is a very high shine product. It's meant for a lot of different purposes, but when I want a super glossy skin look, I will use this. If this is a little bit out of your budget, I did want to mention the L'Oreal Lumi Glotions. You guys know I've been loving these as well. These would also be a very affordable option. I use these on a daily basis, again, as kind of like a primer. But today I'm going to use the Becca one because it is a little bit more intense, and this one is in Opal, and I'm basically just going to spread that around my entire face, and immediately you got a mirror for a face. But no, I'm actually just going to apply the excess around the perimeters of my face where I didn't apply the first primer. So just kind of around the edges here, and then whatever's left, I will just tap over the top, just making sure I don't remove that first layer of primer. Okay, moving on, we can see I have already got a nice luminous base going on. If you are more porous in the cheek area, you may want to avoid applying something that is this shimmery to the cheeks. Just overall use a minimizing pore minimizing primer, and use the rest of the luminous product around the face. So let's move into what could possibly be the most important part of this type of look, and that is your base. So you're definitely just going to want to avoid anything that is high coverage and anything that is matte. And as a matter of fact, anything that is medium coverage and anything that could also have a satin finish. You want something that is either skin-like, something that disappears into the skin, or something that just has very minimal coverage. So I'm going to talk about a couple of drugstore options. I have several found. This is like my jam. I mean, these are products I wear on a daily basis. So I have several products that I wanted to suggest for this. A couple of drugstore products I wanted to mention first being the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Skin Hydrating Tint. This is a great option, honestly, just for daily wear. This is a very hydrating skin tint. Like the name says, it's not foundation, it's not really a BB cream, it just gives your skin a very healthy look. Something that I have really been loving, and you guys know I've been talking about a lot, is the Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation. This is what it looks like. Cushion foundations, I think those even originated in Korea. Aren't those Korean products? I feel like that's where we started seeing that trend come from. So this is just a very luminous, light coverage foundation. And again, one of my all-time favorites. Now moving into some higher end products. This is probably the highest coverage product I'm going to talk about, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation. So Light Wonder is definitely can be built up to a medium coverage, but if you apply it lightly to the skin, it's one of the most beautiful foundations that I personally own. So I love that one. MAC Next to Nothing. This is a face balm. It's a liquid face product, but it has this very high moisturizing property in it to where it just feels like a balm going on your skin. And for that reason, it's really great. And the name alone, Next to Nothing, I mean, come on. Perfect for glass skin. Last but not least, I'm going to talk about a cult favorite, which is bareMinerals Complexion Rescue. You guys know I love this. This is something I love wearing in the summer, and it is called a tinted hydrating gel cream. So do we get the theme here? Tinted, next to nothing, glossy. You get the picture. So I don't know which one I'm going to use today. I kind of want to use next to nothing because I don't use this a lot in videos, and I haven't used Complexion Rescue in a while. So maybe let's mix these two. So I've got a little bit of Complexion Rescue in Ginger, which is quite a bit dark on me right now, but the next to nothing is too light for me. So I'm going to mix both of these together and hopefully come up with a good combo. I probably should have stuck with using one product since this was how to get a glass skin tutorial and I'm supposed to be the semi-expert here. Okay, so watch carefully because I'm going to apply this product in a way that I normally would not apply, and that is with a traditional foundation brush. I'm talking the flat paddle foundation brush that nobody uses anymore, but there's a reason that I'm using it. So I'm just going to grab my YSL brush and well, actually, you know what? No, they engraved my damn name in this. I'm not using this. MAC 190, you are the peasant brush today. So I'm kidding, obviously, but this is the MAC 190. It is just, you can use any foundation brush that is a paddle brush like this. So I'm basically applying this with this style brush because it really allows for targeted application with the glass skin look. You don't necessarily need to put foundation all over the skin. I'm going to basically for photographs because I am going to be taking some pretty close-up photos for the thumbnail and just for probably a blog post in general. But by using something like this, you don't get the full impact of using, for example, something like a thick buffing brush for your foundation. Obviously, brushes like that can give you heavy coverage or high coverage, and with a brush like this, it just really sweeps over the skin and allows you a little bit more control. So as you can see, we've got one side done and not a huge difference in the side that I don't have makeup on, but that's kind of what we're going for. Now, a lot of artists will actually use paddle brushes like this to get more coverage out of products, but since we're already using face products that have a very low coverage coverage and are really just more of skin tints, it really doesn't, honestly, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you're applying this a little bit more strategically than what you might with your everyday foundation. You're being a little bit more delicate, not to buff away that underbase, and you can even use your hands. I mean, we all know that I love a good application with my hands. All right, so you can see we still have that nice reflective under layer going on. Didn't buff that away. Just very strategically applied that product to give the skin a little bit more of a uniform look. So next up, this is optional, concealer. Really, with the glass skin look, you can use concealer if you need it. If you don't need it, you can get away with not having to worry about it. I'm gonna use some, again, just for photo's sake. Honestly, I love just a super natural look like this, but I have a couple of concealers I wanted to recommend for a look like this. The first being the Charlotte Tilbury Retoucher. This is a great light coverage product, but it also adds luminosity to the under eye area when you apply it there. So this is something that I just think applies beautifully on the skin. It never looks heavy, it never looks cakey. And I wanted to talk about something that has maybe a little bit more coverage for those of you who might be dealing with breakouts, pimples, and you still want to achieve this look. The bareMinerals Bare Pro Concealer Stick. This is great for breakouts, for spot concealing, and it just melts right into the skin. So it's still going to look like skin, but you will receive a little bit more coverage. Today, I'm opting for just a little bit of the retoucher pen because my breakouts have finally went away on my forehead, and I feel like I can get away with just a little bit of added light and a little bit of coverage to my nose where I get a little bit red down the center. And yeah, I think that's all I'm going to apply for this. So now that we've got the skin pretty perfected, I'm actually going to go in and double up on some more high shine, some more high reflective product. And I have the NARS Copacabana Illuminator. Now this is a very intense illuminator, very intense. You only need a little bit of it. And if you have this product, you could literally just apply this to your face and immediately have glass skin because it is so high shine. I'm just going to tap just that little amount. You can see, yep, coming through there. We are already coming through with just a small amount of product. But this is just kind of going back in and adding the reflectiveness. That's entirely what this look is about, and it's just crucial if you want this type of skin, if you want this healthy, plump, high shine look, to just go back in and do some more groundwork. So I think with the original Korean trend, it was very popular to make your skin look as light as possible, as porcelain. And over here, we want the opposite, and I want the opposite. So I'm gonna do a little bit of bronzer, and I'm gonna use the body bronzer that I use from Laura Geller in a lot of my videos. The reason is this has a nice sheen to it, so it's also going to add a little bit more of a reflective and shiny property. But I'm gonna be pushing this into my skin. I'm not gonna be applying it how I normally would with just a brush and throwing it on really quick. I'm actually just going to press into the skin so it looks like my actual skin, like I have a little bit more color going on. And I'm just going to be doing this with a foundation brush. So this is a really good product to do this with because it was meant for the actual body. So I feel like it blends a little bit better than the traditional bronzer. So as you can see, I'm just going to pop that along my hairline and really just give my skin a little bit more color. Almost done. One final touch. This is how I get my glass skin look every day, and that is the Benefit What's Up highlighter. I take a big brush just like this and I go all over my face with it, especially in the summertime. This is how I get the high shine glow going, and this bad boy stays on all day. So for a final touch of just shiny goodness, I am taking What's Up all over the skin. All right, so this is my final take on the glass skin trend. honestly, it's no different from sitting down and creating a healthy base look. This is a look that people have been doing for Fashion Week and for high editorial shoots for a very long time in the makeup industry. It's just all about strategic placement of products and also the type of products that you're using. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you're on board with this trend. I'm on board with it. I can get down with this look every single day. So hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, as usual, feel free to leave them down below, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.